have a big brother like Meta or deep pockets, that's different. But for a lot of the startups, funding is going to be a big challenge for them.
There's probably a whole bunch of misconceptions out there around autonomous delivery that you keep hearing about. So we have a bit of a captive audience here. Why don't you share the biggest misconception that you would love to clear up for the group here?
There are a few. I think one of them I addressed in the introduction, which was about the size of deliveries and whether there is enough market for robotic or drone deliveries. This market is massive. The other one is you hear sometimes about job displacement and whether robots are taking away jobs or creating jobs. I think if you think about it, every technological innovation that has come about has brought actually more prosperity and more jobs for people, especially in this case with sidewalk robots. I would venture to say even drones and AVs. We're addressing a market where actually the human supply is insufficient right now. So there are deliveries that are not being done because there isn't a driver available. And also, by bringing the cost of delivery, we talked about that, you actually create more commerce, more deliveries, more demand. So net, we think it's a positive for all the communities that we go into.
Sure. I'm actually, Touraj said it, but I think it's important to drive home that these are not taking humans' jobs. I think there's always going to be a fleet of human couriers that are necessary for delivery, but I think that adding the sidewalk rovers in to supplement that human courier fleet is super important, because these aren't taking orders from human couriers, these are taking orders that human couriers don't want and that our guests do want. So these orders within a mile that maybe somebody left a low tip on, or maybe it was just a small order and it's not worth that person's time, because those human couriers, they're taking into account every minute of their day to make as much money as they can delivering food, and it's important for them to take higher value orders, which I understand, but there are a large subset of small and lower value orders that still need to be delivered, and I think that's where the AV robots really are fulfilling checking off a really important box there for everybody, and definitely not taking away from a human job